Good evening, my dear moms. Today's topic is every mom faces this. Every mom, every day she faces this with children whenever she is communicating. Children have their demands and they won't take a no. Children have sometimes reasonable, sometimes unreasonable, and they won't take a no from you. And the child just wants it. I'll just ask you and you do it for me. But for various reasons, parents can't do it. Whatever the children demand, you can't say yes and they won't take a no. What do you do with this problem with the children, interaction with the children? So this was a genuine question asked in one of our groups. We have our paid community where moms are together and we are very open and we trust each other and we share our problems and also get solutions, and moms suggest to each other some solutions they have found with their kids themselves, whether it is about parenting, whether it is about self-love, or whether it is about stress, or even if you have fought with your spouse, these feelings we share in our group and we get the support of each other. So yesterday this question was asked by a mom. My child is not accepting no for anything. Child has lot of demands, and here in this case the child is trying to meet the peer pressure. All his friends have certain things, so he also wants it, or whatever the friends demand, he tries to please his friends by getting those things. So this is a genuine problem mom is facing. Neither the kid agrees for whatever mom says no, or maybe I'll get you later, or we don't have a budget, but kid doesn't agree, kid doesn't take a no. Thank you for joining. Just type hi so I know you are here. So this is a very important parenting topic, and neither the mom is happy nor child is happy. When you say no, there is resistance from the child's side. So I brainstormed a lot. There is no straightforward answer. Is there a straightforward answer? If it was so easy, your child would have listened to you and then you would have been happy. Child would have thought, okay, mommy is not getting for some reason and everything would be fine. But there's no straightforward answer. Child is a child. He or she is an individual with their own temperaments and moods, especially preteens and teens. At least up to 8 years, they'll listen to you as they grow up. You're also a midlife mom with no lack of patience and lot of stress, and this kid is not listening. So about this no, here in this particular instance, mom said, especially the demand for certain things to meet the peer pressure and expectations, his own expectations from the mom. So the specifically mom said, hello Nandu, thank you for joining. Nandini, thank you so much. So if you have anything to share related to this topic about parenting, you may type in the chat box. Any questions also in the end you can ask, I'll answer. This mom specifically, she felt, why is the child not listening to me? This was one problem. And when can I say no? For every other demand, if I say yes, child will not learn. Child cannot know what is good for me, when to ask, how to ask. Child wants just everything, anything and everything. So this was one dilemma. Also the mom felt, my thoughts are not positive. I get agitated and I get disturbed. Because of this, my thoughts are getting affected and this is becoming a frequent problem in our house. All of you will resonate as a parent. Nowadays we feel when we were kids, if our parents just raised their voice or they said no, we would just keep quiet. We would not even ask by ourselves, and by chance we asked something and they could not do it for us. We used to say okay. But our kids, they feel it is their birthright. We want, just mujhe chahiye. So you have to get for them. So this is becoming a problem. Clashes happen. There's no bonding with the kids, and kids are also unhappy and parents are also unhappy. So this was a genuine problem which came up. So first and foremost, I would like to say, some 10 things I'll tell you today about this particular aspect. But see what suits you and what you can do in your situation. There are many moms here. Just think over how your kid will respond to each one of this, and then you try it out and see what works best. Sometimes we don't say convincingly no. We prolong it a lot and then child starts taking advantage of this. So especially with a bigger grown-up teen, even though you explain, they will not be ready to listen. So clear no should come from you. A clear no, we don't know how to say no. Simple no is very much required at times. You have to put your foot down. It doesn't mean every demand of the child. If you keep on pleasing them, there is no end to it. Do you realize? As a mom, as a dad, do you realize if you give in to every demand, their demands keep growing. They'll buy, you will buy one thing for them, then they'll let it go, then they'll demand the next thing. They will also lose the value of that. They will not acknowledge the value of that item at all, because they know next thing is coming up, and if I ask mom or dad, they will get it. So somewhere you have to put a stop to this habit of saying yes to whatever they demand. For that you need lot of strength. But after that there will be tantrums, kids will shout, kids will cry, you will have to withstand it. So you have to be prepared, mentally prepared, and that inner strength to withstand the tantrums that you should develop. It's a process. You will learn it like any other skill. You will learn it. Parenting also doesn't come with a manual of instruction. We will all learn by trial and error. Okay, we want the best for our child. At the same time, we want to teach them some values, to value the things, to just think before asking, before making unreasonable demand. So having said this, it doesn't stop there. Every time you can't say no and expect the kid to listen. So just some more tips I'm adding. So be comfortable with a no, because we want them to take our no, to receive our no. Start with small things which is not very sensitive to the kid. Maybe say no for small things or try to postpone it later, and don't get disturbed. See, the secret is not in saying no. No, you know how to say, but when the child retorts back, you don't know how to withstand. So that aspect you have to learn, that patience you have to develop. Okay, when I have said no, when I have told you I'll get it tomorrow, you have to bear with it. So the message should go to the child that I mean it. When I say no, I mean it. And then have broad rules for the child. In my parenting course, I used to tell the moms, have broad rules of the house. See, this is month end, I can't buy for you now, I'll buy you later. So this is the house rules. No one will exceed it. No one will go beyond it. So some house rules has to be there, some broad rules has to be there, with the understanding of the kid. At that time you can't start to impose the rule. That rule should be set beforehand. So one Sunday sit together and talk, this is the problem, this is a family issue, and we all will have a general conditions to abide by, so that kids also understand. Even 8-year-old will understand. Believe me, don't treat your kids too young. You're all midlife moms, so kids will be grown up. And I even say add 5 years age to your kid. They are so grown up, they will understand. Nowadays, our generation is gone. When we were so immature, we couldn't understand anything. Nowadays, kids understand everything. So when they are in good mood, just sit as a family, discuss about financial, especially about financial. They don't know the value of money. Kids keep demanding. Okay, so you should learn patience. You should have patience, and this is the family condition, and these are the rules. And have those rules in place so that they understand. And it helps to repeatedly tell them this no. When you say no, don't give in. Repeatedly you have to say no and have that patience. Or repeatedly you have to educate them. You have to educate the kids actually. If you just say no, they may not agree. But if you say no with reasons, or if you qualify that no, okay, today it is no, maybe next week I'll get for you. So it's a kind of negotiation also. You have to be very tactful and negotiate with your kids. Tell them why you are not able to get them. See, just last week I have bought you something, this week it's not possible. Just because someone has doesn't mean you should also have. So you have to, lot of patience is required, moms. I agree, you need to be powerhouses. I am here to support you, don't worry. I am here, our community is there, we will all support each other. So draw the strength from each other, because you need lot of that inner strength and patience to deal with even 1 or 2 kids. Our parent 3, 4, 5 kids, somehow they brought up easily, but this generation they are very sharp. Actually our kids are very super intelligent. That is why we face this challenge. Sometimes the question they ask we can't answer. So at that time you should tell them, okay, I'll think over and I'll tell you. So don't accept that, I can't answer your all questions. Tell them, okay, I need to think over, I'll definitely reply to you. So then you'll get the answer for their unreasonable questions. At that time you become tongue-tied. You can't even answer, right? And then when broad rules are there, be very tactful. And sometimes to avoid the confrontation, you can tell them, wait, I need to think about it. Then later you can say no, because they're in lot of temper. These kids approach you, mommy, I want this, please give. Then immediately if you say no, they can't accept. So knowing your child's temperament, because I'm suggesting various things here, whatever works with your child, use it and then see the result. Then you can set something in place where you both of you are on agreement on something. So be very tactful, explain to them or just postpone. Okay, tell them, okay, let me think over. Immediately if you say no, if your child gets triggered, tell them, I need some time, let me think over. Then tell them no with reasons. Or you can postpone, okay, next week I can get it for you. Then that enthusiasm would have reduced their enthusiasm. They come to you thinking mommy will immediately say no, mommy will immediately agree. But when you say no, they are triggered. So later, if you just postpone even by 5-10 minutes, okay, let me think over. Make it a habit. If every time you are saying no and it's leading to clashes and arguments, why give that answer? So no can be qualified later, or you may change your mind and you may say yes also. But that depends. So tell them, I need some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes time, then come back to me. Let us discuss. So it is not directly whenever you ask, I'll say yes. You can't expect that. Let us discuss. Either I agree to you or you agree to me. It's like a negotiation, right? And when broad rules are in place, that will apply. This month you have exhausted your budget, whatever I have allotted, or I don't have money now. Next week we can buy. So definitely take them into confidence. And one more aspect, I always tell moms, whatever problem happens about you and your children, your interactions, you both should be on one side. This issue is like a problem outside of both of you. You both are on one side. The problem is on the other side. Please take this angle. Tell the child, I am with you. Let us see. You are actually examining that fact, how we can resolve this issue. This is a problem. You want something. I don't want to buy something. But what we both can do so that we can be on amicable terms and resolve that problem. So either he agrees to you, he or she agrees to you, the child, or you agree to the child. Or even if you agree to disagree, there's not so much of a temper and arguments happening that it spoils the entire atmosphere of the house. So when you give it some time, the child's temper also goes down and you are also in a better frame of mind to handle it. You will strengthen yourself from inside. Okay, if the child shouts or creates tantrum, I'll somehow be able to withstand. So with that patience, you will approach after 10 minutes. Take some deep breaths. Relax, think about it. Can I really say yes? Or if I say no, how should I say no? Should I be very strict? Should I be lenient? Should I try to explain? Or can I promise and keep up your promises? Whenever you say no, not now, but I promise to buy you next week or next month, please keep up your promise. So that will improve the confidence, right? That will improve the belief factor. The child will start believing in you and then they'll tend to adjust and understand your point of view. And this is one more hack which will work. Okay, give the children, the child, a chance to convince you. You ask them questions. If they come and ask you something, so ask them, why do you want it? What is the urgency? So let the child tell you, let the child convince you. Okay, do you want it? First of all, be very listening and very caring. Become an active listener. This is one more hack. Just listen to the child. Child has come to you, then let him talk more. Let her talk more. Understand which all friends have that. Okay, what are they doing with it? It may be some toy. Okay, are they bringing it daily? Are you able to share? Or when you buy, are you willing to give to someone? So just get involved in that topic. Instead of saying directly, try to understand what is inside their mind. How is their mind working? How is the child's mind working? Okay, what will you do after buying it? So how should I arrange money? That also you ask. How much does it cost? Okay, which shop is selling? And why do you want it? Let the child justify why he or she wants it. So that you will understand better. You will understand better and child also will feel heard. Okay, whatever I had in mind, I have shared with my mom. The child will feel. After that, you can say, this is the genuine reason I don't want to buy. I can't buy, or I may buy later, or okay, we'll buy, but you'll have to wait. Something like that you can tell after listening to it. Who knows, after listening to it, you yourself may feel like, okay, let us buy this time. There is a genuine need for the child. Everyone else in my class have it, and because I don't have it, I am having this handicap. Let the child convince you. If you are convinced enough, you can definitely buy it. So there's nothing, either only you should win or only the child should win all the time. It can be win-win. Okay, this time I win, next time you win, next time we'll not buy, but still we'll be on good terms. Anything may be reached. There's no ready-made solution. Like I told, this is a very deep thing. You know your child best. Who am I to advise you? You know your child best. I'm just giving the broad pointers. You understand the situation. Just only thing I'll tell you, moms, is have a lot of patience and develop your inner strength. Be a person of strength. That itself will give a different kind of reaction from you. The words may be the same, but the child will receive it in a different way. Child starts respecting you, child starts caring for you, child starts valuing your words. That should happen. That is my aim. The moment the mom changes her inner strength, her way of talking, her way of behaving with the child with lot of patience. Some moms complain to me. They listen to everything my husband tells. But when I say the same thing, my kids don't listen to me. Why? Okay, husband is a bit strict, but every time he starts, I will punish you, you have to listen to me. That is their approach. But mom can't be like that. Mom is generally the softer one. Or mom will be the one who is imposing. Husband will be nicely, he'll tell in very sweet words, then kids will listen to him. This is also a fact. So then this kids start telling, Mummy, you are strict, you are a villain, you are like Hitler, only mummy asks all these demands, but dad is very good. So how come dad is getting everything? So he is using it to his advantage. The goodwill he has with the kids, he is using it to his advantage. So what you need to do, be a firm mom, be like a friend when the situation permits, enjoy like anything, enjoy like a child. At the same time, you have to set boundaries. Today one topic was setting boundaries. We were talking in our session, in our live session today for my paid community. That was a different topic. So you have to set the boundaries. When it comes to mom can be a friend in many aspects, but when it comes to this, yes, I will insist, and you have to listen, because I am a parent. I am not your friend always. I mean, in friendly matters, I am your utmost friend. Any doubt you have, anything you want to ask me, anything you want to share, I am here. I won't judge you, I will listen to you. But when it comes to instilling certain habits, manners, behavior, it will help you in future. If I don't teach, who will teach you? No one else will guide the child, right? You can't learn it from anywhere. Hi Prasanna Kumari, thank you for joining. Do say hi, hello, then I'll know you are here and you can ask any questions in the end. Today a parenting question came up yesterday in our community, in our group. So I thought I'll address it through the FB Live. So there's no straightforward answer how to say no to the child who won't listen. So study your child and try out these different methods. If you have joined late, do watch the recording which I'll share. And you have to teach your kid this empathy and gratitude. How do you teach? For kids up to 10 years, they'll listen to some stories or about some other kid, make up a story about your relative's kid and just tell them in the form of story. Instead of saying you are not empathetic enough, you are not thankful enough, why don't you give an example? See that kid somehow, he understands the problem. So some story you bring up or from your own childhood. Actually, we don't share about our childhood, these things with our kids. So just they'll be most interested to listen. Anyway, they know how their grandpa is, how their grandma is. So just about your childhood or your husband's childhood, there are a lot of difficulties, but the family managed together. See how settled they are now. So because they had to live on meager, savings. Normally this will be a story among our relatives. Someone was not having much money, but somehow they earned a lot and they settled well because they saved money. So all these kind of indirectly stories you can give to your kid. Up to 10 years, they listen to stories. About 10 years, teenagers, no, nothing works. Only logic works. So you have to tell them, you have to actually treat them like adults and say we have only so much money and this is how we need to spend. We also need to save for future. What if we spend all the money, then something emergency comes up, then what will we do? So this explanation you have to give. And after explaining also, if the child doesn't listen, firm no will work. There's no other way. Every time if you keep on giving, your budget will go here and there and child also will take it for granted. It will get more difficult for you to convince. If always you are getting and one fine day you say no, it will be a difficult task for you. So make the child learn the habit of understanding and being okay with a no. You have to build that habit. No one else can, right? And also younger kids from young age, it's better to expose them to other kids who are not so privileged. Maybe celebrate their birthdays in a orphanage or some your security guards children, call them, give them some food, let the kid do it. Take your biscuit packet and give to that kid or share your birthday cake with those kids. Let them understand other kids are not so privileged like us. Elder kids, if you just talk to them, they'll understand. But this pre-teens is a tricky age. Type tricky age if you agree. Hi Meenu. So type tricky age. Pre-teens are neither so understanding of the things generally, and they are neither a kid. So to these kids, you'll have to tell stories, and then call other 4 5 kids who are not so well off. Maybe your office your office staff kids, sub staff will be there. Someone you'll find, or when you're going in a car, some child will be begging, carry some chocolates or something with you. Ask the child to give it. Let him or her see the kids around and understand that this is a privilege and I can't take it for granted. Mom or dad is working hard. And one more thing we do with our kids, we don't share our financial problems or even our financial status or state, what is happening with us. So you have to let them know that I'm working hard for this money. This money is not coming easy, and I'm working hard for this money. Saving is important, spending is also important, but there need to be a balance. There's something called budget, where total money, if we spend now, next month, if you fall sick or if I fall sick, where will the money come from? We should go begging or taking loans. So these things you have to explain. You normally in Indian society, we treat kids as small. They won't follow these things. They will not understand. But keep a 6 months period. Now I'll give you a goal for this. This is a problem. Okay. How to say no is a problem. And there is this kid. You are the mom, and dad's role is also there. If couple, you can discuss and have a single policy how to approach this. It's very good. And from your side, you do this thinking and goal setting. 6 months later, by 6 months, I'll build this empathy and caring in my child. I'll explain with logic. Whenever I have to say no, I'll add logic plus emotion. Like if we don't save now, what will happen in future? This is emotional, logical also, that we have a budget and we have to stick to this budget. So all these things you explain, and it will not happen in one day. Every time that you have an opportunity to say no is an opportunity to teach your kid. Take it like that. Don't take it negatively. See, even when some illness comes, today one person he was sharing, he was so inspiring. He said, when I was not well, I thought, wow, opportunity to do something different. So similarly, when this negative situation comes, the situation you think it is negative, oh God, again I have to say no and my kid will not accept, and this is a big problem. This is an opportunity for you to learn the parenting. This is an opportunity to teach the kid that he or she cannot take it for, the easy way. Nothing comes up just by asking. It will not be given to you. You have to earn it. So these are the opportunities for you to teach the kid. So take it easy, just breathe, tell the kid, let me think about it, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, come back. So these skills you are learning not only at home, at office, everywhere, wherever you have to say no, you can use it. And kid also is learning with this negotiation. Do you realize where do kids learn? We were not so fortunate. Our parents, somehow we listened to whatever they said. We didn't learn the life skills. Now also we are so timid. We are afraid to say no even at our office. Right? Even we are afraid to say no to our servant maid also. If she asks some advance how to say no, she will mind. We didn't learn to receive no. We didn't learn to say no. We received maybe. Parents said no and we just kept quiet. But we didn't know how to say no. So we are the sandwich generation. There we listen to our parents, here kids make us listen to them. So where will we learn? So we can also learn, we can teach the kid. Kid is also learning now. Never shut up the kid just because they are a kid. No, you shut up, you can't talk because you are a kid. They are learning the negotiation here. Ask them, let them discuss, let them prove to you why they need that. If you listen to 5 minutes earlier what I spoke, everything is negotiable, right? You talk to the kid and ask him why he wants it. What will he do with it? Let him start explaining and expressing. So this is a learning point for you. So keep a 6 months goal and don't be afraid of saying no. Even before the kid, starts asking, from the tone, from the body language, you'll understand now my son or daughter will ask something and this problem started, how to convince my kid. Don't see it like that. See it as an opportunity for your self-learning, for teaching the kid. So listen to this again, whatever you can apply with the kid, be very vigilant, conscious and deal with it properly. It is, why do problems happen? To find out solution, that's all. Don't make it too big and get worried about it. It's all part of growing up. And ultimately, I would like to share with you, even with my son, many things didn't work. What I wanted to teach, he didn't learn from me. He is big enough now. So what I would like to say as a senior mom myself, your kids may be small, my son is a little grown up. So either you teach them, you are ready to teach them good qualities, good virtues. By chance they neglect, they don't learn, they are not ready to learn, life will teach them. They can't take their colleagues for granted or neighbors for granted. Life will teach them. So you try your best and leave the rest to God. You, with all seriousness, you are trying, you are doing your best already. Apart from that, for moms to relax, there is belief healing meditation, which I truly recommend to visualize your children's future. It's a very beautiful meditation for any visualization, not only about your children, about yourself, about your future, maybe some abundance in your life, your dream home, your dream career, for anything and everything you can visualize. It's a very beautiful, powerful meditation. Belief healing meditation. We do water therapy, we do Ho'oponopono, many therapies I teach my mom. So be with me, be in the same energy, be in the energy of the group. We have a paid group. If you have not yet joined, do join whenever I give you an offer. In my website also it is there, but sometimes I come up with an offer for Ma Healing Silver membership. Do join and take the benefit of this energy. Even if you want to cry, you have a shoulder to cry on. Other moms are there to support you. If you laugh, we are happy for you. We are double happy for you. So such community we are building. So with this, I'll end this session. Any questions, please, about parenting, children's? Preteens is a tricky age. Me know, you're right. Preteens is a very tricky age. They don't understand whatever you are explaining. They are not kids anymore. They are neither even teens or grown-ups, right? Preteens is tricky. Any questions? Just listen to this and just implement and be strong, moms. It's not the end of the world. Even if problem comes up, I know you'll be able to handle it. Just develop your inner strength and patience. It is possible, right? Just feel okay with it. Be okay. When you know that kids are coming up with tantrums, you be prepared for that. Then you'll feel better and change your thoughts immediately after the incident. Immediately change your thoughts. I can handle it. That conviction has to come in you. That is the main thing, right? Okay, I don't see any question as such. Anything is there, you can always ask me. Thank you all for joining this Facebook Live. Thank you. This is the end of the live video. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.